Hilfiger, nigga. Monday evening, I am your host, Star, PKA Chucky, your friend till the end. All right, folks, I am exhausted, had a long day, but I'm here to address a couple of these topics as I sip some wine this evening, I'm kind of pulling back from the hard liquor. I just want to, stay a little focused in the gym, banging the steel, pause. Anyway, Morant from the Memphis Grizzlies, National Basketball Association. He's a point guard. Highly impressive, his stats. I was going over them earlier today. And in case you're not up to speed, he pulled a firearm out on Instagram over the weekend, and this is the big deal, trending in the world of sports. He's being suspended for 2 games. Now the police are somewhat involved, and I want to say, why? Why? Colorado is an open carry state. So what? He pulled out a gun on IG Live up in the club, What's the big fucking deal? Well, he's young, he's black, and he's heterosexual. And I truly believe that there is a Illuminati, It's the gay mafia. We've spoken about them before. I think they're going to line him up. They're going to try and break him. He'll be doing, all sorts of ads for gender equality, queer theory. Now, he has deactivated his social media accounts, to my knowledge, and more than likely they have been scanned already, and some things will be pulled up from the past that he has said, and he will be walking the plank, I assure you. I don't want to see this, but, I'm a man of a certain age. I've been doing these types of trending news stories for many, many years, and I think that's where we're headed, okay? Sadly, I don't want to see the guy, broken in half. Pow! He was NBA Rookie of the Year. Yes? No? Correct me if I'm wrong. He was Rookie of the Year. And I saw other reports talking about he's already being compared to Michael Jordan, LeBron James at such an early age, all right? That's my top story. Chris Rock addressed Will Smith, if you want to talk about that. But honestly, I did not watch the whole Chris Rock special, and I probably won't anytime soon. I met Chris Rock, came on the Star Buckwild show years ago. Good guy. Nothing sideways to say about him, but it's been almost a year since he got bitch slapped by a Philly nigga, Will Smith, when he was hosting the Oscars. I'm sorry, that's the way I see it. A Philly nigga bitch slapped a Brooklyn nigga. Pow! On stage at the Oscars. Now, I did hear the audio of Chris Rock addressing Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. I did hear it. I went on YouTube. I deactivated my Netflix account maybe about a year and a half ago, and I said, I'm not reactivating Netflix to watch Chris Rock address Will Smith. No thanks. I thought it was very entertaining, his take on the situation, what happened. I commend him. He's a professional. He's one of your top 10 best, top 20 best comedians in the last, 40 years. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I don't think Chris Rock is one of the greatest. I'm sorry. He's got that annoying sound when he talks. And I can't do it for a fucking hour. I've always found myself pausing a Chris Rock, stand-up performance, let it play for another 15 minutes, pause it because of his fucking voice. Anyway, so that's my stories this evening. And thank you to Deeds, who sent me a video with regards to my showrunner. Should you tip Uber Eats drivers? Now, the video that I watched was a young Caucasian woman, and she drove 45 minutes to deliver some food, and I forget whether she was, I think $8. Deeds, you out there? Was it $8? I forget. Wherever she went, it was an $8 tip, and she wanted to speak to the person, because she felt that wasn't enough. Now, let me say early, I think you should tip Uber Eats drivers. I've only had food delivered once in all my years via Uber Eats. It was in Tarzana, California, on my recent California road trip back in November. I was too tired to drive anymore. I was driving the RV, as you know, pulled over, got myself a hotel room. I just needed to stretch out. And, hold on a second. Okay, that's Dee. She says, yes, $8. Thank you. Yeah, $8 for a 40-minute drive. Whoa. So I ordered some food, some type of sandwich, small pizza, and some ginger ale, 2 ginger ales with ice. And it was like $38 or something like that. I forget it, but it was no more than $40. And the young black man who brought the food to my, hotel door, I gave him a $20 tip. And there was like $2 in change left, from the order itself. So I gave him 60, pardon me. Gave him 60, so I gave him like 22 and change for a tip. He starts to give me change. I said, no, keep it. He said, oh, thank you. I said, yeah, man, keep it. Now, my thinking is this. People spit in your food. They pick their noses. They eat some of your food with their nasty fucking fingers. They're playing in their hair. They're scratching their crotch. They got fucking cats or dogs in the goddamn vehicle, and they're playing with the fucking pets, and then they grab your food, or they're belching or farting in the vehicle, and that gas goes into your goddamn food. So that's why I don't fuck with, Uber Eats. Or does Lyft deliver food, guys? All I know of is Uber Eats. Does Lyft deliver food? So I've only experienced this once in my life, having somebody bring me some food. I just don't trust people. I'll even say I don't trust white people. I grew up in New Jersey, the beautiful suburbs, predominantly a white area, and I've seen nasty little white boys that I grew up with, and they would do the craziest shit. You'd spit in a fucking salad bar. We'd be up at the shopping center, Route 22. Back in those days, they had the little salad thing and then the buffet, and we used to go up to, Bonanza or some shit like that. We're going with the tray to get a piece of garlic bread. And they would take a bite off the fucking bread, put it back, take some soda. That's how, in my mind, a lot of people do with your food. So it's not something I do too often. However, I do believe that you should tip Uber Eats drivers, because if they do have to come back to your business establishment, your home, you don't want them, to get an idea that you are a scumbag, a lowlife, a piece of shit, or someone who doesn't want to compensate them for their time and their labor, even though tipping is not mandatory. They will then do something to your food. Am I making sense or no? Do I have this all ass backwards? I could. Sit tight on the phones, guys. I also want to address something. Okay. So some of you understand what it is that I'm saying? Okay, yeah. Listen, I'm an older man. If I can't, somewhat sort of see you preparing the food, I don't trust you bringing me a fucking pizza. You'll stick your fingers in your nose and just play around with it just to be a prick. Anyway, so should you tip Uber Eats drivers? I've already said yes. In some cases, I think you should over-tip just to keep them from violating you and your fucking food, all right? Now, let me throw something out here that ran across my mind today. And then we will get to Ja Morant. And Florida boy Jay, I'm going to need you because I know very little bit about Ja Morant other than his stats that I pulled up. Kobe Bryant, one of my top 5 favorite basketball players of all time. Favorite. I don't know if he's one of my top 5 greatest, but one of my top 5, you know what? Fuck it. Top 5 greatest, Kobe Bryant, because the game has evolved. The game has changed. And with the game evolving, I think a lot of the players were better than some of the pioneers. I will say that, you know. Kobe Bryant, if this is true, Kobe Bryant said this about LeBron James. They asked Kobe Bryant who would win if he played LeBron James in a one-on-one. Kobe said, I'd win. One-on-one is what I do. LeBron is more like a Magic Johnson, a facilitator. He's a great passer and plays an all-around game. At the core of me, I'm a one-on-one player. I'd win in my sleep. Did Kobe say that? It sounds like something he would say, and you know what? I'd fucking believe him. I'd believe him. LeBron James is one of the best. We've had this discussion before, but what is with all the dick sucking? Yes, I'm being a little vulgar tonight. What is with all the dick sucking from some of you talking about LeBron is the GOAT, and then you just automatically compare him to Michael Jordan? But you exclude the fact that, unless I'm wrong, LeBron never got past Kobe. Let me say that again. LeBron never got past Kobe. I even went today, I was watching House of Highlights, the game in particular from 2009. Kobe, I think he fractured his right ring finger early in the game, had to wrap it up with tape, and he still smoked LeBron James. This was 2009. Hold on a second. LeBron had 23 points and 9 rebounds. Kobe had 20 points with a fractured fucking finger, or dislocated. It was wrapped up, and 12 assists. Lakers manhandled the fucking Cavaliers. That was 2009. Now, call me crazy. I think LeBron knew he couldn't get past Kobe, thus the reason why he went and joined the goddamn Heat. He knew in his heart of hearts he couldn't get past Kobe. Kobe was a fucking beast. Kobe got 2 more rings after Shaq. He was a fucking killing machine. He was an assassin. He was arrogant, and that's what I loved about him. Did you guys know Kobe Bryant even spoke Italian? He wasn't just a bum-ass nigga from Philly. Did you know that? This has nothing to do with my topics, folks. I'm just going left. I didn't get my nap in. LeBron couldn't get past Kobe. That's why he joined up with D. Wade. And that's when he got his ring. Was it 2010, 11? Or it was when Kobe was on the down. But he still couldn't get past him. Just wanted to put that out there, all right? Okay, sit tight. I see you guys chiming in early here. Should you tip Uber Eats and Ja Morant pulling out a gun? So fucking what? So what, he pull out a goddamn gun? Let's go to area code 845 early. Good evening. I did not get my nap. Please do not push my buttons. Are you there? Are you ready? 845.
That's me, DJ Duya in the building. What's up,
Hey, what's up, man? How we looking? Did you get a wrench so you can be in that live chat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good to hear from you, man.
I haven't commented yet.
Hang on.
I do have the wrench, yep.
Okay, and did you spell check the banner? Did you check the spelling?
Yeah. Yep, it was perfect. Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Where do you want to start, man? I'm all over the place like bird shit tonight. Where do you want to start? DJ Duya.
Yeah, you're all over the place, man. First, let's go back. Let's just rewind real quick to the Kobe Bryant thing you were just talking about. LeBron didn't run through the He didn't run to the Heat because of Kobe. He ran to the Heat because of the Celtics, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen and those guys. He couldn't get past those guys, so That's what made him team up with D-Wade. So let's just throw that out there, put that out there. Now, if you want to go to the Ja Morant issue.
Well, hang on a second. Hang on, I'm sipping this red wine. Yes, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, they were the problem, not a problem, the problem during their run. But Kobe, when did Kobe retire? Was it 2015? When was it? I forget.
16.
16. Okay, so even on his decline, he was giving LeBron that work. LeBron was getting his numbers. But you know the game I'm talking about, 2009? He had a dislocated right finger, and he still smoked that nigga's boots. Did you see that game? It's a pivotal game.
There was an all-star game where, like, LeBron had the ball at the end, and Kobe and Carmelo were, like, kind of chastising him, like, what the hell are you doing, man? Because he ended up passing in the end of the game. And I think that was that same 2009 season. But if you go really look at the stats and the game.
Well, hang on a second, DJ Duya. Before you start telling me I should go look at this, I'm talking about a game in particular. The Lakers against the Cavaliers. Kobe ate that nigga's food. LeBron stole the ball from Kobe, and before he could get back to the other side, to the other end of the court, they took it back from LeBron. It was a pivotal game, and it just showed me how much of a killing machine Kobe was. Now, there's other games we can talk about, but unless I'm wrong, I never saw LeBron James eat Kobe Bryant's food. That's my point.
I can't say that he's ever ate his food, but overall, LeBron James came into the league with more pressure than Kobe Bryant. LeBron James has always been the number one player on his team, on any team that he's gone to. He came into the league.
That's not the question. That's not the question. That's not the question. I just read you Kobe Bryant's statement about manhandling LeBron 101.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to get into. Kobe Bryant couldn't even beat John Sally one-on-one. So how's he going to beat LeBron James? Come on. Look that up. John Sally couldn't – Kobe Bryant said it right on The Late Show. He was like, yeah, I couldn't beat John Sally because he would just back me down, pause, and score on me, and I couldn't beat him. So you can't beat John Sally at an old age. How you going to beat LBJ? Come on, man.
I'm listening to you, but we're talking about LeBron, and you're not answering the question, so I'll let you shift gears. Go ahead. He can't answer it.
No, I did answer it. How can he beat LeBron if he can't beat John Sally?
What did LeBron say about Kobe? Keep it on LeBron and Kobe. And mind you, we're going off topic. This is not my trending topic. It's not my show topic. Keep it on LeBron and Kobe.
No doubt. I wanted to stay on topic with Ja Morant, you know.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, this has it's been an ongoing thing with Ja Morant. And the NBA has had issues with these players with the guns, you know. They had the Gilbert Arenas situation where he brought the gun against Javaris Crittington. They're over a card game. So they've changed the rules about having guns in the facilities, on the team plane, traveling. So that's really the issue, is that how did he get the gun there? Did he bring the gun on the plane? Did he have it in the locker room? So that's the issue. That's what they're investigating. Now, that, he's had multiple incidents where he hasn't been charged yet. You know, there was an incident with Ja Morant where he was having a pickup game at his house.
Yeah.
And
he punched a 17-year-old in the face multiple times. I'm up to speed. Something happened with security with the red dots. I'm up to speed. And still I say, so fucking what? Colorado is an open carry state. Why are we now, where'd he get the gun from? Huh?
Yeah, because the NBA has a image that they don't want to go back from. It took them a long time to get back from that Gilbert Arenas thing. It took them a long time from when the players ran in the stands and was beating up the fans and all that. They have a good image at this point. And, they're not trying to really go backwards now. If it was David Stern, the old commissioner, he would have got him all the way out of there. I feel like they're being lenient with him, and they put kid gloves on him. Kyrie Irving got in more trouble, I feel like, just by tweeting the anti-Semitic, quote unquote.
There was nothing anti-Semitic about what he said, if that's what he felt. But they did break him. They broke him. Now, hang on a second, DJ Duya, pardon me. So this guy is very young, 23 years of age. He's a point guard. They're saying he's possibly the future of basketball. I don't think it's that deep. He's looking at now a possible 50-game suspension based upon if he was intoxicated in the club, because in Colorado you can't have a firearm if you're intoxicated. However, it's an open carry state. Yes? You know this?
No, I know that. But like I said before, it has more to do with the NBA bylaws. Okay. And them and him getting the gun, because they're on a road trip.
Right.
So how did you? That's what they're investigating. How did he have that gun in Colorado? Because he obviously took an NBA chartered flight. Okay. He's had to have an NBA bus. Yeah. He's on the NBA locker room, all that type of stuff. So that's what they're really investigating, to just give it an overview,
So before you go, what's the punishment that you want to see Ja Morant receive? Because you sound like you're not pleased with him. Me as an older man, I can tell you the fucking quarterbacks in the NFL back in the days before the Super Bowl became all fucking fancy schmancy, they used to drink 6-packs at halftime, and all sorts of crazy shit. The NBA has become a fucking pussy game, and they have got the black man in check. I think it's bullshit, and I support the guy. What was that brawl they had in the Palace? Malice in the Palace? I thought that was some fly. Yeah. Fuck a fan. You violate me, I'm going to run up in the stands and punch you in your fucking mouth. I supported that whole brawl. But go ahead, finish up. What's the punishment Ja Morant should get? What's the punishment, man?
Well, I feel like they're going to give him 15-game punishment. There's about 20-something games left, so he should return back as long as they can get around, the legal issues of it. He should return about 15 games.
What legal issues?
For the playoffs.
What legal issues? What legal issues? He may have violated the moral turpitude clause in his contract.
If he doesn't have, because it could be a situation where he doesn't have permission to really carry it. He may not have a license for that gun.
Gotcha.
That's the legal issues that I'm referring to.
Okay. Hey, man, good to talk to you. And let me know if you have any issues with that wrench in the live chat. You should be good to go, man. Salute.
All right, yep. Thanks. Yes, have a good show.
All right, DJ Duya. Folks, can you fly from Tennessee to Colorado with a firearm? Is Tennessee an open carry state? Maybe there's no legal issue. He's a black guy, a young black guy with a lot of money, and we have to break him. I know very little bit about this guy. I have seen him play. He looks like he's, going to be the GOAT in the future. And that's why they want him even more. He's counseling, therapy. I'm so sick of that whole fucking therapy hustle. Everybody doesn't need therapy. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Florida Boy J, is that you on a Monday night? FBJ.
Real, hey.
Hey.
Nigga, it's only gonna be me on the Monday night.
Let's go.
Passing and let these niggas count it. Obviously, you got niggas calling in, side talking, acting like they scared. You never seen a nigga with a 22 in the club before.
Right.
So these niggas don't be coming outside. So obviously, Ja Morant got you niggas shook up. 1 minute, you guys are calling people like Michael B. Jordan corny for knowing where his social security card was. Now everybody's acting scary because the thug niggas, the niggas you want, the guys who got millions of dollars, you don't want them to be clean cut. You don't want them to come as a model citizen. You want them waving around the 22,
right,
grilled up in the club, iced out chains,
right,
hitting the gritty after the layup.
Right.
What are we talking about? This is entertainment. This is entertainment. I don't. If The Rock is running around giving people the people's elbow on Monday Night Raw, on Tuesday night, I want him to be at the bar suplexing niggas. Because that's what type of time we on.
That's what type of time
Are we
on.
going to be entertained or not?
Yeah. And let me say this, the gun was probably brought into the club by a bitch. He probably didn't even bring the gun on the goddamn plane. Just told the bitch, hey, I'm going to be at the club. Make sure you bring that thing with you. As most bitches willingly do, right or wrong.
Absolutely. But the media, niggas going to play dumb. Niggas going to play dumb for a narrative.
Right.
Because it's safer to stand on the side of wagging your finger with Whitey. That's what you're seeing. Just like the same niggas that are wagging their finger at John Morant was wagging their finger at Kyrie Irving. They're always waiting to point a finger at you when you don't do what they think is of standard. Yeah. And with the John Morant situation, should he be suspended? Yes, because they do need to slow him down. Okay. Because it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf in a way, but in reverse. All these things can just be little incidents that don't matter, but they can frame him for something way worse or implicate him for a way worse crime, and because of his track record, it can be a harder situation to get himself out of it. It may cost him more than a 50-game suspension of a season.
Well, now, the 50-game suspension is not a reality at this point in time. That's what they say he could be facing, yes? Could be facing that.
Absolutely. Right. Morality clause, being intoxicated with a firearm. It's a lot of things that can...
Allegedly intoxicated.
Allegedly.
He may have been sipping a cooler and on a perky. I'm on a perky. I just said, I'm that nigga for real.
Perky day. Yeah.
I'm that nigga for real. And here's a firearm because, I'm in this urban culture today of niggas. Niggas who always talking about running down, niggas trying to press somebody. So, yes, I got that thing on me. Good. You were saying, go ahead.
And this is what I don't like, and this is my problem with niggas in the first place. If you was in some fly-ass Denver club with the non-FBA, non-Black American groupies that were clearly in the video with your homies, iced out, grilled up, you going to put the blicky on the IG live. You going to go live, be doing too much, too. All you niggas going to be doing, you got 30 mil, you got 130, 200, 330 mil in the bank. All y'all niggas is capped. Relax.
Hang on a second. Joshua sends an email. He says, Star, you can't possess a gun in Colorado at a place that serves alcohol without a permit. It's open carry, but not where alcohol is served without a permit. Sir, send me the link. I think you're a liar. Thank you for your donation, but send me the link. You got people with firearms in bars in Colorado. They ain't got no fucking permits. What are you talking about? Send me the link to what you're saying, sir. Again, thank you for your donation. I find nothing wrong with John Morant holding a firearm up in the goddamn club. It's a new day and time. Florida Boy Jay, back to you. And I want to talk to you about Kobe Bryant. Maybe I'm, just going too far left, but I think LeBron James knew he couldn't smoke Kobe's boots. I mean, he got his numbers. Don't get it fucked up. But I think that's why he joined the Heat, so he could get himself a ring. What say you, FPJ?
You would have thought I was an ordained minister in the house of Kobe Bryant, the way I can not only back up your statement, but I've been preaching your statement for years now. Okay. Kobe Bryant, the game you're talking about, that particular year was the year for LeBron to see Kobe in the finals. They made the public commercials, the propaganda, the T-shirts. Right. Kobe Bryant, but the reality of that situation with the NBA media propaganda, glizzy glazing LeBron all year as they were doing that same year, already pre-crowning him MVP, even though Kobe Bryant was coming off an MVP and having a better season with a better team. Right. They still gave it to LeBron, but I'm going to say this. They got swept. The Cavs, that season that you brought up, they lost again at home a few months later. Yeah. The Cavaliers got their first home loss against the Lakers. Yeah. They were 23-0 until Kobe Bryant in L.A. came there after beating them in L.A. by 10+. They came into Cleveland a month later around All-Star break and beat them niggas by 10 points. Yeah. So they swept the Cavs LeBron's first year when they won 66 games. And then he folded like a bum against Orlando Magic. And then you want to talk about, so I don't want to hear about he couldn't get past the Celtics. The Celtics weren't nowhere around. LeBron James had a clear shot You beat Orlando, and you go to the finals, and he nutted up in the paint. He didn't do what he needed to do. That was Kobe Bryant won his fourth one against Orlando. The next year, LeBron James wins MVP again. They get Shaq. Mo Williams becomes an All-Star, and then he folds in 6 games in the second round to the Celtics, which was not as good as the year before.
Right. Okay, now hang on a second. Again, maybe I'm a little ticked off because I haven't had my nap, but when I saw the statement, I'd win one-on-one is what I do. This is Kobe talking about LeBron. LeBron is more like a Magic Johnson, a facilitator. He's a great passer and plays an all-around game. At the core of me, I'm a one-on-one. I'm a one-on-one player. I'd win in my sleep. Kobe, what year did Kobe say that? Do you know?
I want to say he said that statement in 2011?
I don't know. And what was LeBron?
I'm looking at it now.
What was LeBron's response? Did he have a response?
That was actually 2010. That was actually fresh off of Kobe Bryant's 5th championship.
Okay.
So he said it right after he won his 5th ring.
Yeah.
He got to pop off, let niggas know what time it was.
Yeah. He just a little nigga to me. A little nigga.
Yeah, and also, there's another article where they're asking different players, and that same time, the year after, in 2011, hey, who's the best player in the NBA? Who's the best player in the NBA? And you got Matt Barnes, you got Trevor Ariza, you got a whole bunch of other NBA players current in that time telling you, I love LeBron, he's a great player, but I got to go with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
And this was the year after.
Hold on a second, DJ Duya.
Article too. Matter of fact, I did see the articles in your email.
Okay, stay there. DJ Duya says I want. Okay, thank you, DJ Duya. I got your email. Hey Tara, I got your donation. He was the face of a franchise. They had to react. Yes, you're right. Yeah, as far as Ja Morant, they had to react. But is it that deep though? He had a gun on Instagram Live. He's what is he? 23 years of age, Florida boy J. Ja Morant. He's a baby.
Yeah. He's only 23. He's not that old at all.
Thank God they didn't have YouTube or Instagram when I was in my 20s. I'd be in the penitentiary right now. That's a whole fact. Ricky Rick, thank you for tapping. And Ricky Rick says, from NBA to the trenches, Ja going ass backwards. Okay. Now, he was, what was he drafted? Number 2 into the NBA, Florida boy J. I got the notes here. I don't have my contacts in.
To the Grizzlies draft.
Your phone's going in and out. Your phone's going in and out. Say again.
Ja Morant was the 2nd overall pick in that draft. I think Zion Williamson was number 1 to the New Orleans Pelicans. So, ja Morant was number 2 in that draft.
Okay. But he looks like he's got a really, really good NCAA history here. Averaged 20 points and 10-plus assists per game for a single season. Okay, that was as a sophomore. Yeah. Thank you, Ricky Rick, for your donation. Stay there, Florida boy Jay. The real Rico Mercado got your donation. Rory will always love and long for Britney. # New York Drill. Okay, thank you. I got your email, Florida boy Jay. Charlotte, I got your donation. Thank you, Dawn. She says, the machine, have a great evening. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, dear. King, got your donation. LeBron is 16-6 against Kobe all time in the NBA. Okay. He didn't get a ring, though, until he joined up with D. Wade. And what was the tall guy's name? I forget his name.
Chris Bosh.
Hey, Chris. Thank you for your donation, King. Boasted Liberty Network podcast. Okay, are you on the line? Pick up. Hold on a second. 2035. Where are you? That's a weird. Okay, is that the last 4 numbers? 2035. What is 2035? I don't see that. 2035. Can you send me another number, please? I see 2035. I can't make that out. I don't see it in the queue. Dwayne, I got your donation. Normally catching the recast live tonight star. Thank you, Dwayne. Okay. All right, Florida boy Jay, back to you. Uber Eats. Dee sent me a story. I laughed when I saw this female, Caucasian female. She drove 40 minutes to bring someone their food. They gave her an $8 tip. Was she wrong? Do you tip Uber Eats drivers? Have you ever been an Uber Eats or a Lyft driver? What's your take on this, Florida Boy Jay?
Yeah, number one, I've never been Uber Eats, a Lyft driver, any of that. No, never did any of that.
Okay.
Secondly, the people, when I do order food, I definitely do tip people at least the bare minimum is like $10 for me.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you are a frequent user of these apps, the people around the neighborhood might be the drivers in a way, especially if you order around the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be getting the same person more than once. So if they know, they recognize the address and you stepped them on a tip before, they may fart in the bag and tie it up real quick before the air seeps out, or you know what I'm saying, stick a hair in your hamburger and close it again. Just real, decrepit, real degenerate activity.
Right.
I don't want to take those chances if I'm too lazy to even leave the house, because a lot of times I don't even use those apps. But if I do, I make sure I tip to prevent those things from happening to me.
Right. So now hang on. So you're of the same mindset as I am. I'm going to tip you so you don't, get in your fucking weird state and violate my food. But now, do you feel that they should be tipped? I think that they should be tipped. If someone is driving, burning gas, their time, and let's say they don't do none of that shit to your food. They're bringing you something that maybe you couldn't get out the house, maybe your vehicle wasn't working, maybe you're tired, you worked a long shift, or maybe you're watching somebody. I mean, and again, tipping is not mandatory, but do you support tipping the drivers overall?
Absolutely. I definitely support tipping. I support tipping in any business industry where people kind of depend on, or it can definitely benefit their bottom line if you are generous enough with the service that they provided. Honestly, like I'm all an advocate for tipping. And for sure.
Hold on a second.
Plus, I've dated so many waitresses and bartenders. I just understand how that means something to them.
Right. Hold on a second. Joshua, I did not get your email, sir. I didn't mean to call you a liar. You sent in a nice donation, but can you please send me the link where you can't, or you have to have a permit if they're serving alcohol? I heard something totally different, but thank you for your donation again. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Area code 770. Good evening. Talking about Ja Morant from the NBA. Waving a firearm on Instagram. Yes, sir. Good evening.
What's going on? Yeah. Hey, I think they got Ja down as the new Allen Iverson, man.
Okay. Explain, please.
Yeah, I think they got Ja down as the new that image and stuff. I think they shooting at that. But he's giving them reason to talk about him too.
Yeah.
But they making a big deal out of it though.
Well, listen, don't follow my lead. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. Now, but the flip side is he could be a fuck nigga. Is he a fuck nigga? Keep it real, Is he always into something? Yo, they be picking on me, it ain't me. Is he a fuck nigga?
Nah, I don't think so. I wouldn't go that far.
Why not? You know him? Friend of yours? Family member?
Nah, I mean, I could just, read his energy on the court,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I don't think. I think they just going at him because of his image. They going extra hard at him because of his image.
Are you a basketball aficionado? I am not, sir. I don't really pay attention to modern sports. I think it's a slave trade for the most part. Do you know basketball?
Yeah, I know basketball pretty well, and I think it's curated a lot in the modern day game. Is like it's narrative based. If you understand what I'm saying, it's more narrative based today, especially with LeBron James. You keep bringing up LeBron James.
So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Narrative based. Can you explain? Where are you going? Narrative based. Florida Boy Jay, jump in here. What is this?
They got
what is this nigga
favorite,
talking about, man?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
And say, what is all that noise in the background? Where are you? What's going on over there? Where are you?
Oh, I just walked outside. I'm getting in the car. My bad.
Okay. All right. So explain the narrative to us. This nigga is super wealthy. What's the narrative? Break it down. What's the narrative?
I'm saying the whole NBA is narrative based. You know, they got their favorites. The media, they go at certain people. It's just like they don't want to see certain people win. You know what I'm saying? And they have people that they want to move to different markets, so they might, castigate them in one market to get them to move to another team. You know, the movements and all of that is all narrative based. They got their storylines to play out.
Yeah. I think you're smoking donkey shit, but thank you for calling in, sir. Thank you. Let's get him the fuck out of here. I couldn't. Where was he going? What the fuck?
I have no idea. Really, I understand what he was trying to say with narrative basis, but he's making too many broad comments, not really driving the point home. But it's like when niggas be getting pressed and they don't have a solid point, they start doing jail babble and nigga rambling.
Yeah.
You know, I understand.
Hold on a second. Old Taku got you donation via PayPal. F all that jiggy stat shit. LeBron couldn't make it to the finals showdown with Kobe. He never got over the hump. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. JJ sends it a donation. F out of here, star. Kobe tried teaming up with bum-ass Karl Malone and got smoked by the Pistons. The Celtics ate that nigga food too. So we're talking about LeBron and Kobe. Stay focused.
And can I make a point really quick?
Come on. Jump in here.
And this is the reason why we hate bronze sexuals, because this was the beginning of the goalpost moving. Because once LeBron James came in the NBA, it became LeBron James League. All you see was ESPN highlights. It wasn't even talking about individual teams. And then when we bring it along, LeBron James has never dominated any era, no matter what his stats was, no matter MVPs, even when he won the ring. His most dominant run was when he went to the Miami Heat and had Riley orchestrating,
right.
Dwayne Wade, Eric Spoelstra, and Heat culture. That 4-year run. Outside of that, Kobe ate on this nigga time. Kevin Garnett ate on this nigga time. Tim Duncan, Stephen Curry is about to usurp him. Ate on this nigga time. Dirk ate on this nigga time.
Yeah.
KD ate on this nigga time. It was everybody has punked you and put you back in your place. So you cannot tell me you're a GOAT if everybody done got one up on you. The reason why we say Jordan is a GOAT is because he's 6-0. The reason why we say Kobe is a GOAT.
Well, hang on a sec. Hold on a second, because speaking of people getting past certain players, the Pistons had Jordan locked in for a number of years. They didn't stop him from scoring. He was still a problem. But when he finally put it together with the help of Phil Jackson, he got past them. He got past them, and that's why that hoe-ass nigga didn't speak to him after the game. None of them didn't want to shake the Bulls' hands. I've never seen LeBron, as I was saying, in Kobe's prime, get past Kobe. That's all I want to say. Stay right there. Hold on a second. Dez got your donation. Nike replaced Kyrie with Ja for a signature shoe. Yes, that's what I gathered. Is that true, Florida Boy J? Ja Morant got a signature shoe deal. But
they didn't. That's a false narrative that he replaced Kyrie Irving. Ja Morant was already a Nike athlete, and his shoe is dropping this year. Kyrie wasn't let go because he wanted to bring in Ja Morant. Right. Ja Morant was already on the deal.
Gotcha. Okay, stay there. Maxwell got your donation. Respect, boss nigga. Max in ATL. Thank you for your donation. Big Eye Key tapping in. Hold on a second. Big Eye Key says he sent it a couple. Salute to you as always, sir. They just looking for a reason to F with him because he's young and black with money. They harder on him than roid raging, trigger happy police. Okay. Lamar then says, Ja has never been compared to MJ or LeBron. He's compared to Allen Iverson. Sir, I saw something different. It just said that they were looking at him as if he would be another Michael Jordan or LeBron in the future. I read it, sir. Thank you. Big IQ also says, I tip Uber Eats drivers, especially now since inflation and all, but I have I have to go downstairs and take a dump, that tip, what? That tip is getting snatched back. Okay, so if the food doesn't work for you, you take the tip back? Is that what you're saying, Big Eye Key? Okay. I have taken Uber cars, and I, more than likely, I tipped the drivers. There was only one time, there was just this ratchet woman, I didn't tip her, and I gave her a fucked up rating. We're driving, and she's talking to whoever on the goddamn loudspeaker. I said, hey, excuse me, can you turn that down? I don't hear your fucking conversation. But thank you for your other donation. TJ got your donation. Okay, Randy and Rory is starting a new driving service, Bussy Eats, okay? We'll eat at Bussy near you. Please don't forget to tip them. Hold on a second, FPJ. Let's bring another call here. Area code 469. Good evening. We're talking about Ja Morant, Chris Rock addressing Will Smith, or Uber Eats and Lyft. Should you tip them when they bring you food? Are you there? 469.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
I want to touch on the Uber Eats because I'm an Uber driver myself.
Okay. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, as a driver, you get the option to do Uber Eats and drive. Because what they do is that they give you what's called quests. Let's say you do between 60 and 80, you get a bonus for that.
Nice.
So you get points for each one, and they accrue to that. But I stopped. Well, I never really did it. I did it one time, and that's because I hadn't disabled the Eats feature on it. But it's a scavenger hunt, man, and a lot of people don't tip, so it sucks. Mm-hmm. Now, just overall, because I drive for Uber and Lyft, I feel that people should feel like they need a tip more than even the bartender or a waiter or waitress, because we use our own cars.
Right.
Or people that rent a car to drive, like that's even more expensive than if you're buying a car. So it's really expensive to provide those services, and for people to cheat you out, I don't know, man. That's just
and if I can
kind of messed up.
No, stay there. And if I can say this, you guys deal with all sorts of lowlifes, I would imagine. People who cancel the ride in the middle of the ride, and they don't tell you, right? Have you been through that? You're taking somebody someplace and they cancel the ride? Have you been through that?
Sir, I've given over 16,000 rides. I've seen it all. Everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing I haven't seen. But I'll give you a bad experience that I went through, not even as a driver, as a passenger.
Okay.
A friend and I went to a concert, and after the show we were tipsy, couldn't drive back to my place, so I ordered a Uber driver. As soon as we get in the car, this was when the masks were required. He's like, "Oh, you ain't got to wear a mask." I was like, "All right, cool." Then he's all like, "What do you want to listen to?" I was like, "Bro, you're driving. Do what you want to do." Should have told him that. He spent 20 minutes looking at his damn phone, going through his playlist, while I'm in the back seat, tipsy, nervous about this idiot crashing while he's driving because he's not keeping his eyes on the road.
Right.
So he gets to my spot, and I had a bad feeling about him. So I told him, "Hey, man, drop me off right here across the street.
Right.
There's some restaurants." So he drops us off. Me and my boy, I told him, let's go in here and order something to eat. 5 minutes later, this dude shows up, and he's all like, he goes into the restaurant and he tells me, "Hey, bro, did you report me?" And I turned around, I was like, "Who are you?" He's all like, "I'm your Uber driver. I just dropped you off." I was like, "No, why?" He's all like, "Well, because somebody reported me for driving under the influence."
Oh, shit.
I was like, "It wasn't even me, bro." I was like, because you know how they sent you that, like, survey, to give them a 5-star rating? I was I haven't even opened it.
I've never done the surveys. I mean, most of the times I give people 5-star ratings because I demand a certain type of ride when I get into the vehicle. But so go ahead. So he asked you, did you report him? Go ahead. What happened?
Report him for driving under the influence.
Okay.
And I said, no. It wasn't me, so it must have been the passenger before me, because I doubt that they would have let that slide for too long if somebody makes a serious accusation like that. They don't want to be held liable.
Okay.
So it had to have been the passenger before me. But I just had a bad thing about this dude. I'm glad I didn't take him in my spot, because what if he comes and tries to retaliate against me at my spot after I just showed him where I live.
Right. Wow.
So in that instance,
so now hang on a second. Can we keep it real? So he approached you inside the restaurant. Did he yoke you up? Did he sock you in your shit? What happened? Was he aggressive?
Aggressive but measured. I mean, like he stepped to me and it was me and my boy. So I turned around. I mean, it's two of us, like one of him. But he wouldn't leave. Like he literally stayed for like 10 to 15 minutes.
Damn.
Like me and my boy got our food, went next door, just because he wouldn't leave. I'm like, I'm not gonna let this dude follow me in my place. Like I live across the street. But yeah, like this dude was not leaving. And I don't know, because I told him, I was like, bro, I don't know what you think I'm gonna do. Like I can't get you activated, but you need to take that up with technical support. There's nothing I can.
I have to jump in here, sir, with all due respect. Sir, I have to jump in here. You said you were slightly inebriated, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Was he trying to hit on you? Was he trying to buff the tool, polish the knob? Keep it real with us. So maybe he was never reported. Maybe he was attracted to you. He thought you were an easy leg.
No. This was a ghetto-ass black driver in a beat-up-ass fucking car. Sorry, I apologize for cussing. But, yeah, that's what it was. I asked my friend, did the car smell like weed? And he's like, yeah, I think it did.
Hang on, sir, hold on. Okay, so he's a ghetto-ass driver, black guy, beat-up fucking car. Are you Caucasian, Hispanic, or what are you, black? What's your ethnic makeup?
Chicano.
Oh. Light skin? Straight hair. Maybe you were his type. He made up the bullshit story about you reporting him, and he wanted to make a pass at you.
I mean, if that's what you think, that's on you, man. But honestly, I know the feeling.
I don't know. I'm just saying. These people. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's a lot of drivers that complain that they have passengers that are being petty, that report them for false allegations, and they get deactivated. So it happens all the time. It's never happened to me, but it happened to him.
I think you're lucky, man.
When I was being driven, I was thinking to myself, like, man, this dude should not be driving, because it's not like Uber or Lyft checks to see if anybody's a good driver. All they do is check your background to make sure you don't have any, felonies or anything on you, and that's it. I mean, it's really just a crapshoot of what kind of driver you're going to get.
Right.
As a driver, I had a parent one time have me transport a little 7-year-old girl to his mother, her mother, because I guess he was too lazy to get his ass up and drive his daughter across town. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, the audacity of this guy to trust a stranger, especially a male.
Hang on a second. Stay there. Florida Boy Jay, do you want to jump in? Where's FBJ? Do you want to jump in? I know very little bit about this whole Uber driving stuff. You want to question this man at all, Florida Boy Jay?
No? Yeah, no, I'm listening, but what the hell is he talking about? He's telling us how many stories it is, and he's been talking for 7-8 minutes.
No, it's
somebody
okay.
Got traffic.
It's okay, man. I'm learning about tipping, Uber Eats, Lyft drivers. I think that they should be tipped. Sir, go ahead and finish up. Florida Boy Jay is not interested in your other story, but go ahead. Finish up, please.
Right. No, I mean that's all. I just want to put my 2 cents from a perspective of somebody who actually does it for a living. Like,
thank you, man.
I quit my job. I used to work in healthcare industry for 25 years, and I gave that up to do this full time. And it's sustainable in a city like this.
Gotcha.
But you couldn't live off of it in a small town.
Thank you, man. Thank you for your call. Thank you.
All right,
okay, Florida Boy Jay, stay right there. All right, I don't mind letting the guy talk. Big Eye Key says, white supremacy is always on the march, trying to public buck break any black man. They're really stepping it up, bringing those Jim Crow laws back. Yeah. Okay, why the caged bussy sings sends in a donation saying, Star Ja is a goofy. Street code 22.9 states you don't pull it out unless you about to use it. Hashtag fake thug. Okay. Did I read Lamar? Yes, I did read Lamar's. Thank you. I'm going to bring in area code 347. Good evening. We're talking about a few topics here. Chris Rock finally addressed smacking or getting smacked by Will Smith. Pow! Or John Morant. Are you there? 347.
Yo, Star, what up?
Hey, Roy, what's up, man? I didn't recognize your number. What's cracking?
What's good? What's going on?
You up to speed on John Morant from the Grizzlies?
Yeah. I hope that Mooley gets everything that's coming to him.
Jesus.
You know, this a cat that was raised with both of his family members, both of his parents. They gave him everything. And he never been to jail. He never did a goddamn thing in the street. And all of a sudden, when he gets millions of dollars, he wants to be a thug. He wants to play a thug. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I think it's a blessing in disguise, you know, because this kid, John Morant, could be another one where his home, like the dude in Atlanta, Young Thug. He could be another one where all his homies turn on him when shit gets real.
Okay.
And he didn't expect that because he thought he was playing a role. You know what I'm saying? And he never busted his gun. This dude never busted his gun. He never got beat up like that. He never did nothing. If you see his life story is like he's more privileged than 70% of white people in America. That's how he grew up.
Wow.
They knew he was a phenom since he was a kid.
Okay.
And he was protected since he was a kid.
Well, hang on a second. For him to be that good at basketball, I would imagine he had to run into some pretty, dominant players. You know, he couldn't just couldn't just rise up and be a great basketball player, as they're saying he is, just, you know, by being a fluke. So he is. Rory, you got to turn that down in the background. We get the echo in the background. Bad echo.
Okay.
So I'm not saying he's a thug, but clearly he's no punk. You know. Florida Boy Jay, you want to jump in on what Rory has said? Florida Boy Jay.
Yeah, I hear what Rory's saying about, you know, dude coming, you know, from a regular family household, two-parent household, growing up a certain way, and I can co-sign that from a perspective of once, you know, John Morant start wearing the grills and start wearing the chains. I don't have a problem like that if you want to dress like the latest rapper. You're going to be Quavo. You got more money than these niggas anyways. I'm cool with you wearing all that stuff and doing that. But once it starts crossing in, you shining red beams, you got a certain type of people rolling with you, you're putting hands on niggas, that may scare some individuals. Me personally, I enjoy it. I want him to do more of it. But there is some moral compass somewhere that does state that there's a responsibility of influence that John Morant has over the youth and that he cannot perpetuate this type of behavior for the little kids in AAU. I understand that. But for me personally, I want him to do more. I thought he should have started letting some rounds off in there. Not anybody, but he should have let a couple clips go on RG to let niggas know what time it was on some big Draco shit.
Yeah, but he ain't never gonna do that. He would have did that already before he made his millions. You know what I'm saying? He would have did that already. No,
Rory,
he's a pro.
I'm ready for
Well,
John.
Tupac didn't start busting his gun until he became a rapper.
Yo, FBJ, I don't care about the youth. What the hell I give a shit about somebody else's youth? Everybody comes up on here and they always talking about what we doing for the youth. Are you doing something for the youth? I don't care about the youth. That's whoever made them. That's their problem.
Okay.
That's their priority. That's what they got to handle. Why I got to care about all the youth? Where I live, the youth are the ones beating up the old people. The youth are the ones that are shooting people. So I don't give a goddamn about half of the youth. Why does John Morant have to be why do you have to say that he got to be an example for the youth? He doesn't have to be an example for the youth. He just got to keep it real. If he wasn't like that before he made $200 million, then he ain't like that after he made $200 million. Like we just said, all he's doing is fronting, throwing up gun signs at the game, flashing a gun in the club. He ain't getting into no beef with nobody. The only beef we heard about was him slapping around a 17-year-old at the club. Really? Dude is 25, a professional athlete, about 6'4", and his gangster moment was when he mushed a 17-year-old at the club. He's a sucker, man. He's a sucker. I really hope they put the drills to this kid. I don't care about his talent. Whatever about your talent.
All right, hang on. Rory, let Florida Boy Jay respond because I'm not fully up to speed on Ja Morant. I mean, I pulled the information about him, but Florida Boy Jay, do you want to respond or do we take more calls?
Yeah, I want to respond because, see, Rory, I understand what Rory's saying. It's not like I'm disagreeing with some of his points. I want Ja Morant to pull a Wood Harris off of above the rim and just pull the blicky out mid-game when a nigga makes a steal or dunk. So I'm just letting niggas know what type of time you're on from the start. Get down on these niggas.
Punch somebody in the face. Right. Punch somebody in the face. Do something.
Let T. Morant talk your piece and let a nigga have it if you're really about that time.
Right.
And I understand what you're saying about the kids. But when you sign a Nike deal, when you are at the Kids' Choice Awards doing the slime, when you're going to do a team ordained visits to the children's hospital to see the kids with cancer and the Make-A-Wish people, you sign the contract with morality clauses in them upwards to $100 million plus contract. There becomes a point when a bag is involved, especially as a professional athlete. You are obligated to be an example for the kids. Don't tell me you're not being example for the kids and you got a shoe deal. Who these shoes going to be sold to? Right. Not me and Star. They're going to be sold to the kids. To the AAU players, niggas are coming to try to get on varsity.
That's
who he's appealing to.
Great point. The kids.
Okay,
so
sold to the kids. You see John.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You see John Morant gets fouled worse than anybody the last 2 years. He gets fouled worse than anybody. You ain't never seen him stick up for himself, come back, or he waited outside the locker room and snuffed this dude out because of that hard foul. He doesn't do any of that. But when he's around 20 people, 15 people, that, his entourage, his paid entourage, not his day ones, because he didn't grow up with those guys at all. He comes from a small town in South Carolina, and he moved around to the best basketball leagues and teams throughout the states that he could find. He was prepped to be as good as he is because he comes from a good family. Okay. He had all good influence around him. All bad influence was kept away from him. He's like, a Chris Brown. Dude's from West Virginia, and he's talented. Now, all of a sudden, he's the biggest pyro ever.
Right.
That's John Morant. He needs a wake-up call,
Great point.
He needs a wake-up call.
Great point. Hang on a second, guys. Let me go to a couple of cash apps. DJ Bo Birch, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. King says Shaq and Tim Duncan dominated Kobe's so-called era. Okay. Newt 8282 got your donation. Even Delonte West defeated LeBron. Peekaboo. Is that true? For the boy Jay, Delonte West.
Say it one more time. What about Delonte West?
Newt 8282 says even Delonte West defeated LeBron. He says Delonte West.
No, see. He's saying that statement in reference to Delonte West allegedly having relations with LeBron James' mother in 2010. That's what he's talking about.
Okay. Hold on a second, guys.
Yeah, stop. You know what people don't talk about with LeBron, with Kobe LeBron?
What's that?
That there was an NBA ref who did a whole federal sentence and wrote a book, and he said that he gave Kobe the championship 2 years in a row. He said that, Tim Donahue. He did a book. He did a federal sentence. He said, no, we cheated for the Lakers the whole time. So I think LBJ is not way better. I think LBJ is above Kobe in the talk of top five. Okay. Not only that, Kobe had the bookies on his side. They were fixing games like crazy.
All right. Hang on a second. Stay there, Rory. 440 Slum God. I got you in the queue. Thank you for holding. Slum God, are you there? 4.
Oh yeah, I'm here. What's up, with y'all? What's up, Star? What's up, Florida boy?
Jeez, that was
What's
loud,
up, Rory?
loud as hell. How are
Now,
you, man?
hey, I wanted to comment on the LeBron, what y'all talking about, man.
Yeah, that's not really my main topic. I was just kind of going off the rails earlier. I was talking about Kobe giving LeBron that work. As far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
Might you say different? Go ahead.
Yeah, but let's talk about who gave Kobe that work. First of all, his coach when he first got in the league, Kobe was a crybaby. LeBron wasn't. LeBron was that dude since he came in the league. Before he came in the league, Kobe wasn't. So first, Kobe got that work from his coach. You feel what I'm saying? Then if it wasn't for Eddie Jones, I think going down, Kobe would have never got a shot. So, I mean, Kobe is not really that guy. LeBron been that guy since day one. John Morant.
Well, sir, you sound like a LeBron fan, and that's
went to
fun. Sir, you sound like a LeBron fan. I'm also talking about when they played against each other. That was what I was saying. Do you want to chime in on that? You sent it a donation. I'll let you speak.
Oh, when they played against each other, LeBron was a dog. Kobe always had a good team. It was always LeBron. 07, Kobe got dogged by Steve Nash. We didn't. LeBron was in the finals. We did lose against the Spurs, no lie, but that was a complete team that Kobe couldn't get past either.
Can I ask the caller a real quick question?
Go ahead.
Apparently you might be a LeBron fan, but this is the issue. You LeBron fans give LeBron James more credit for getting swept in his 4th year in the finals than you give Dwayne Wade for coming back 0-2 in the finals the year before and winning a ring and averaging 35 points. And they came from the same draft class. And he did it the year before. But you give LeBron more props for getting swept than you do for D Wade coming back and winning 4 straight to win his first. Why is
All
that?
props to D Wade. All props to D Wade. First of all, we talk about Kobe and LeBron.
More props? I'm just asking.
Go ahead.
Why does LeBron get more props?
All props to D Wade. D Wade is that guy. Shout out to him. No disrespect to D Wade. He helped out LeBron. That's a fact. But Kobe was still trash in 06. Kobe was trash in 07. Kobe was trash in 05, I want to say. LeBron wasn't. LeBron was that dude all 3 years.
Sir, slow down. Kobe Bryant led the NBA in scoring in 2006 with 35.4 points a game. And then
who else was on that team?
Sir, let him speak. Let him speak. He let you speak, sir. Let him speak. We let you speak, sir. Go ahead. Sir,
and in 2007, he followed that up with another league leading scoring title and actually dropping, I think, 50-plus points in 5 to 6 straight games, including, I think, 2 60-point games.
Florida boy, Jay, you got the right one tonight, my boy. You got the right one tonight. Kobe was trash both years, though, right? He got swept by Steve Nash in 07. 07, they lost against the Suns, correct? 07, they lost against the Suns.
06 and 07,
correct? Yes. Okay, cool. LeBron was in the finals. LeBron was in the finals by himself. Kobe couldn't make it. Sorry. RP to him, though. All respect. All respect to Kobe, but he don't got nothing on LBJ.
Facts.
So you're giving LeBron more props for making the finals and losing than Kobe Bryant, in that same time span, not making the finals. I'll give you that, right? And then what happened the next year? LeBron James got put out in the second round, then Kobe made the finals and lost.
When he had another All-Star, Paul Gasol, Bynum was rising as well. Don't cheat them players.
Slow down.
Don't cheat them players.
Hold on, let's slow down.
Folks, we're having a basketball conversation if you want to join in. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
guys.
LeBron made the finals. Kobe got beat before he got there. Then the next year, in 08, Kobe got to the finals, and LeBron James didn't make it there, right? Now we're 1-1. We're 1-1, though, right? We're 1.
Paul Gasol.
Just follow the cop. We're not yelling other people's names. We're not moving the goalposts.
Don't cheat the game, though. He had another All-Star. LeBron didn't. LeBron was still by himself.
James, Mo Williams was an All-Star. What are you talking about?
No, he's not. Stop it.
Mo Williams made the All-Star.
Let me stop.
What are you talking about? Let's just keep the conversation moving, right? Let's keep the conversation moving. That's what we're doing.
You got the right one, Florida boys.
LeBron did in 07. Kobe did in 08. Now we're to the 2009 season. Now it's who the fuck is going to really get to the finals and battle it out. We had the puppets, the Nike propaganda. It was going to be LeBron.
Who did LeBron have again? Nobody. He had an old-ass Shaq. Let's not forget that. Old Shaq.
Why are you saying old Shaq, but you didn't say old Shaq when D-Wade carried his ass to the finals? That's what I'm talking about. You give
That was
LeBron more
5
credit
years
than
before.
niggas, other people.
Florida Boy J with the uppercut.
That was 5 years ago. Of course.
LeBron can't do it. It's always another nigga's fault when LeBron can't do it. But let Coach put up 50 points in Game 6 of the 2006 first round.
Right.
And Game 6 dropped 50 in overtime, and it's still that nigga fault. What are you talking about?
Talk to this nigga, FBJ.
Driving
Talk
the
to
truck.
him.
I didn't even hear all that, but Kobe trash. He didn't do nothing in 06, 07, 08. He needed Paul Gasol. He needed a young Bynum, and LeBron was by himself the whole time, still dogging the league. Hey, hold on. Don't hang up. Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce had to all come together just for one man. Let's not forget that, sir. For one man. Let's not forget that. Let's go.
What do you mean?
Let's go.
Okay,
Sir,
all right.
You think they came together for one man and they crushed that nigga? They got together to fight.
Hey, and then LeBron got one.
All right, guys, let's give this guy the last word. Florida Boy J, let's let this man have the last word. I want to get back to Ja Morant. Unless you want to chime in about Ja Morant. Do you want to talk about Ja Morant? I want to stay on topic.
White kid now.
I want to stay on topic.
That explored the hood.
Come on.
And now it's time to go back to the suburbs.
Is that it?
There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay.
Is that it?
Shout out to my boy.
Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate the support. Thank you.
All right, shout out to Florida Boy J, man.
Okay, all right. Hold on a second, guys. Rory, back to you. Ja Morant, you don't feel sorry for him or anything. You think he's not a victim. This is his own issue. He caused this, and he ain't about that action. Is that fair?
He ain't about that action. And then FBJ said earlier, like, you know, they're mad that this dude, or he should be an example for the kids. But people don't give LeBron James enough credit. LeBron James is the ultimate example for kids. LeBron James came into the league with the weight of the world on his shoulders. He always conducted himself like a man, like a gentleman. He's got a beautiful family.
I will
you
say
see
that.
him raising his kids
I
the
will
right
say
way.
that. Yeah.
He's married to the same girl since high school.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe Bryant was accused of taking something from the snow bunny.
Taking the pussy.
So you want, and also he was a narcissist. He was a known narcissist and a nasty person.
Yeah,
and,
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But go ahead.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But when you're talking about it, if it was important to be an example for the kids, which is not what I said, which is what he said.
Okay.
Then LeBron James is the gold standard for being an example for the kids.
Okay. All right, Rory.
And yo.
Good. You saying? Go ahead.
Star, can I hit real quick on the tipping topic?
Yeah, Uber Eats,
and
Lyft
shit?
drivers. This was a story Deed sent to me earlier. I think that you should tip. Sometimes people go really out of their way, and people, whose phone is that in the background, guys? People are nasty. Not just the drivers can be nasty, but the people who order the food. They can just be nasty lowlifes. They have no intention to tip. They order the food, they pay for it, and then after they eat it, they cancel it. Or before they're even finished eating it, they cancel. Or ask for a refund or something. Go ahead. Dispute, pardon me.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I'm going to say this right now. The people who ruin the tipping industry are the goddamn foreigners. The Mexicans, the Africans, all of them. You go into a spot and you want to pick up your food, they ask for a tip. They got a tip jar sitting right there. That's the new shit. That's the foreigners. They're the ones working in the delis with a tip jar up there. Like, I'm supposed to give you a tip for making my sandwich, and I'm walking out with my sandwich. You're not getting a tip for that.
Right,
you didn't serve me. You didn't give me.
Rory, can I ask you a quick
what are
question?
you talking about?
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with wherever you go now. It don't matter where you go. You go to a dry cleaner. Them goddamn foreigners, the same thing. The Chinese, they got a tip jar up on there. Or if you go to slide your card, you go to use your debit card. It asks you before you pay, how much you want to tip.
I don't know about here in the South, but up in New Jersey, I used to.
I came and picked up.
Hang on, Rory. I used to complain all the time about Dunkin' Donuts. A certain culture that they had the goddamn tip jar right there at Dunkin' Donuts. But hang on a second. Floor Boy Jay, you had a question, or what do you want to say? FBJ.
Yeah, I don't want to divert too much. I just before I got phone because he made a point about game fixing, right, with Kobe and the Lakers with Tim Donaghy. And it's funny that you want to bring that up without adding full context. At the same Tim Donaghy also said that there were certain rules put in place that you weren't going to call on Michael Jordan. And also at the same time that there were games called in the same era that LeBron James played in where the games was fixed. What I'm saying is the NBA is always going to fix the games towards the bigger star and the bigger market. The difference is when those players actually show up. When those players actually show up and they're going to give us the game tonight, it's up to me to drop the 35, make it look good, and come out of here. But if I'm coming into the 2011 finals averaging 17 points a game, 9 points off of my season average, the NBA can't do anything to save me or fix games or narratives. LeBron James had games fixed for him too. He just never stepped up and took hold of certain ones where he was clearly supposed to beat the other team.
Okay. Rory, I'm going to finish up with you, but I want to put this on the table as well, Rory, because the places where it's rude, since you mentioned foreigners, where it's rude to tip, in case you don't know, Japan, China, South Korea, places where tips are not expected, Malaysia, Vietnam, New Zealand, Australia, and Thailand. So, you know, tipping is here in the United States. It's not mandatory, but it is customary. You know this, yes?
Yes, it's same thing when I go to Ireland, I go to England. Tipping is not a part of the culture.
Right.
Those people get a living wage.
Right.
And, you know, as Americans, you tip, and they expect it a little bit, and they appreciate it. If you don't, you don't, you know, but that's just kind of our culture. Yeah. But it's a whole new wave now. I'm telling you, these bloodsuckers from the third world come in here, and
they're called developing nations.
Tip when you work at a deli. You don't get a tip when you work at the counter at the pizzeria, man. You know, if I'm coming to pick up the food, you don't get no fucking tip.
Yeah.
What the hell is that shit? You know?
Do you know what bothers me?
Uber driver.
Hang on.
If it's an Uber driver, that's the same thing as like a waiter. They're bringing you your food. They're kind of dining on you. So, yeah, you should tip them something. I don't order from Uber because where I live, I could just walk wherever and pick the food up. It's a block radius, 2-block radius.
Okay.
So I don't really do that, you know. And if it came down to that, I would cook my own food. You know, I cook a lot of my own food anyway. I don't really like to eat out. You know?
Okay. Rory, good to talk to you, man. And are you and Left-Handed going to do a rematch? Or are you guys okay with the battle that went down last week?
Yo, Star, I know you were mad at me for being intoxicated.
I wasn't mad at you. Whoa. I wasn't mad at you. I wanted us to move a little faster. It sounded like we were like, you know.
I got a drinking problem. You know, it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Me and old boy could do it again. Ain't nothing.
Okay.
I think I won. I mean, you know, I think I won. But, yeah, me and old boy could do it again.
Good to talk to you, Rory. Take care, man.
I think I ate his plate. I think I ate his food. I think he was a plate.
Okay.
That's me, boy.
Okay.
We could do it again. Clap your hands, everybody. If you got what it takes.
All right, gotta go, Rory. Take care. Thank you.
Salute to West-Handed.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Rory. Floorboy Jay, I'm going to finish up with you. Ja Morant. So the Colorado police, they're aware of the situation. They commented. I watched a couple of news reports. I don't know if this is going to be some like deep investigation. You know, you can have guns in Colorado, open carry. If he was intoxicated, that's something else. But what do you expect to come out of this in terms of Ja Morant? Is he going to lose endorsements?
Yeah.
Is he going to have to apologize again? What is he going to have to do, in your opinion?
I expect him to stay off social media probably for the rest of the season.
Okay.
He's going to release some statement via his publicist because, you know, the publicists are the ones who run the game.
They did already.
The name of the bag.
He did already release a statement.
Right.
He did, yeah.
But he's going to release another one about how he's contrite and he's learned his lesson and he's an inspiration to all the kids out there and all the white babies hitting the gritty. That's who he's doing it for. He has to get his life refocused on the NBA to, you know, the greater good. Lastly, with the because we didn't touch on the Chris Rock situation.
Oh, yeah.
But really quick.
Hold on. Let me put this on the screen for those who are not up to speed. Chris Rock just released a Netflix special I didn't see the whole thing. I did hear the part where he addressed Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Called Jada a bitch, called Will a bitch, and he went in. I thought it was entertaining, but I think it's kind of late. What say you?
Yeah, I think that the special was tolerable. I won't say it was super funny, but I had a few laughs in it. And what really is going down is 1 minute you told him he needs to speak about it. Then he does. You tell him to shut up. I understand that it's a little late, but we understand with special deals, a bag has to be involved to negotiate with. It took a year for him to get properly compensated by the powers that be to even have leverage to have this special. It's a long game when it comes to that thing.
Right.
So that's the last thing I have to say. And before I hang up, when Star Report ends, segue yourselves to Florida Boy J Perspectives and Facts Podcast,
Nice.
episode 61.
Nice.
We are going live. I know everybody loved last episode. People say they laughed so hard they almost threw up their food.
Good.
We're going to go up again. So whenever Star Report ends, tap in FBJs. You guys have a great night, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank Florida Boy J. Okay. All right. We've addressed Ja Morant, and I'm still taking more calls. Hold on a second. Big Eye Key says via PayPal, Chris Rock stand-up was on point, but that don't fight in front of white people-ish was cringe. Like, come on, my nigga. Don't start tap dancing for biscuits. Yeah, that's what he said for those who didn't see it. Chris Rock said his parents told him not to fight in front of white people. I mean, it's routine. Big Eye Key says, Crown King chased a man down and said, "Where's my tip, man?" And then proceeded to open his mouth like he was at the doctor's office. Hashtag Wayne Perry's rib. Okay. King Key says, star Alex Murdaugh killed his own wife and son and denied it multiple times in court. So when do we get a show about white men accepting responsibility? Well, call in. I go in on everybody. I've always been known as the equal opportunity hater. But are you really going to chime in? Or do you just want me to give a quick take? Yeah, killed his wife. Something happened with the dog. Did the dog... How did the dog help solve the case? I forget. Thank you for your donation, King Key. Okay. Something with the dog. I said, I'll come back to this. I wasn't like fully interested. It just, Whitey does what Whitey does. Kills the whole family. Did he blame a black person, or did he just say it wasn't me? Hold on a second, guys. Crushville got your donation. Brooklyn Giggles is capping. He is no Nigerian. Okay. He's been calling in for a while, claiming to be Nigerian. Blade says, so why hasn't Star been investigated for all the times he flashed Karuchi and Moses? I guess being a confidential informant has its perks. I'm not an NBA player. I don't have a contract that has a moral turpitude clause. I take Karuchi with me sometimes in Walmart. If you really want to know, Blade, it's legal down here. Thank you for your donation. Darnell got your donation. Thank you, Darnell. Who is this? I wonder if it's me. I can't. That's something crazy. Hi, Vernell. I got your donation. Oh, okay. Thank you, dear. She says she enjoyed the conversation with Randy. No, it wasn't Randy. It was Florida Boy Jay and Rory. Okay. Okay, that's too loud in the background. I tried to bring in 929, but it's just too much going on. 832. Good evening. Are you there? 832. Talking about Ja Morant pulling out a gun on Instagram Live. Are you up to speed? 832. Yes, no, maybe?
I'm up to speed. What up, Star?
Hey, who's this?
This is Gangsta Love.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. It's cracking.
Not a whole lot. Hey, I wanted to chime in on the Ja Morant situation.
Okay.
And I basically just wanted to say that he's a nigga, and they really need to make an example out of him because if you give somebody $200 million for a 4 years. Even after taxes, he should still have 150. He's got a shoe contract.
Right.
And he's in his youth. He's still like 22, 23 years old. He's going to make 23 years old. So he'll be in his prime if he stays healthy for the next 5 years. So he'll make $800 million. And any nigga that you want to go out and prove that I'm some kind of thug and I'm from the streets and you really not, you need to be made an example of. So I really think they should suspend him for 50 games just to make a point. So all these other young dudes that's coming up after him will realize, hey, I'm not going to do that but truth be told, 50 games, I mean, he's going to lose $2, $3, $4, $5 million, but he's still going to have a lot of money. But they really need to send a message to, hey, all these young guys coming up.
Okay.
Hey, don't ever, you don't need guns. What do you need guns for? Hire security. But he's a nigga. He's the one that you just, he's a nigga.
Okay, now hang on a second. I respect your opinion on this, but now Colorado's an open carry state. What's so bad about a gun? A gun, yeah. A black guy with a gun. I mean, that form of thinking is how a lot of Karens and other people really get, upset and riled up, in the streets. They see a black guy with a gun. I mean, I carry a gun every day. I have a shoulder holster. Sometimes people look at me like, just bewildered that I'm carrying a gun. So what do you say about that? Colorado, open carry state. Yes, he had it on Instagram. And?
So the thing is I'm all for gun rights. I carry my gun, you carry your gun. Look, everybody's entitled to carry your gun if you're carrying it legal. But real gangsters don't run around carrying no 22. And if you got a gun on you, it's not open carry, it's concealed. If you shoot somebody with a 22 or 25, your chances of living are better. If you're going to shoot somebody, it needs to be with a high caliber gun. He had a little, what was that, a 22? So, I mean, I just don't see no.
But why can't he flash a gun on Instagram in a state where you can open carry? What's the big deal is what I'm asking you. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? A lot of white people do it. Gun enthusiast, all sorts of crazy shit on YouTube, Instagram.
I think it's corny.
Okay.
Especially if you're a millionaire. If you're a millionaire, you don't carry no gun. You got people that do that for you.
Okay.
Your status speaks for itself. I'm a millionaire. I don't have to carry a gun. I got people around me that's going to do it. The last thing he needs to have is anything. And he's got a grill, and then he's got all these locks. He represents niggas born in the late 2000s. He represents these niggas.
A grill and locks, how dare he? God forbid he had on a presidential Rolex. Give him 5 years, right?
You said give him 5 years?
Give him 5 years in the penitentiary. I'm amping up the set. Now, hang on a second, Gangsta Love. I'm not saying, you're not entitled to your thoughts, but now we live in a country where, we live by the gun, James Bond, License to Kill, Rambo, Commando, all this gun propaganda shit, A young black guy holds up a gun on Instagram, again, in a state where you can open carry. And you're saying, nah, strip him of everything. You just don't like it. He ain't a thug, right? Or am I wrong?
Correct.
How do you really see this?
I just don't see the purpose of a NBA star carrying a gun.
Okay.
And you got to think he's in a position that most of us would love to be in. I played in basketball overseas for a year.
Okay.
And I'm nowhere near as good as he is. And you got to think, if anybody who knows basketball, he's not a great shooter. He's just athletic and he's young. So he still hasn't even reached his potential yet. So in reality, if he
Gangs of Love, player hating.
Derrick Rose.
Gangs of Love.
What
man.
happened to Derrick Rose? Derrick Rose got hurt and he never reached his full potential. Ja's only 6'2". I give him 160. If he gets hurt, shit, he ain't gonna sign for no more max contracts. Then what? I mean, he'll still be set straight financially if he ain't being a nigga and spending all his money on jewelry and all that goofy shit. But
right.
I'm just saying.
But now, hang on a second. Stay with me. I'm enjoying the conversation. I want you to stand on what you say. It has not been determined yet if what he did was even illegal. You can have a gun in Colorado. You can have a gun up in a bar in Colorado, to my knowledge, unless you say, no, I've got a source here that says you cannot carry a gun in a bar, which I don't think that's true. Someone sent it a donation earlier. But you just don't like it. He's a nigga. I don't like it. I don't like his jewelry fronting. Yes, no?
Nah, here's the thing. Like, I get it. Everybody's, well, nah, I can't say that. I don't have a problem with him being a nigga. I have a problem with him being a dumb nigga. When you get that type of money, that's generational wealth money. That's something you don't fuck up. And his dad should be the first one stepping in line saying, hey, all these niggas around you is going to go. I'm still your father until I depart from this earth. Mm-hmm. You're not going to go up here and mess up the bag.
Okay.
I mean, even if it's not about the bag, it's like, you my son, I love you. What happens when some real niggas that come up with AKs and some real guns and get the bus in, and he got that little old 25? That ain't going to do nothing.
Right. Okay. Well, hey, man, I appreciate your perspective, your point of view. The police are conducting an investigation of sorts. If they determine that he broke the law, then I guess we'll have another conversation. But at this point, to my knowledge, unless I'm wrong, he may have violated simply something within his NBA contract by way of a moral clause. But I'll give you the last word. Gangs of Love. Go ahead.
He's going to do a 20-game suspension.
Okay.
And I think after that, he'll come back next year. His parents going to sit down and talk with him. The commissioner of the NBA is going to sit down with him behind closed doors, and they'll let him know, hey, you ever heard of Gilbert Arenas? Because if Gilbert Arenas was still in his prime when he got put out with those gun incidents. So I think he's going to be all right. He's going to be able to recover from it. And then one last word, I wanted to chime in and say Kobe was better than Jordan. The student is usually better than the teacher because they take what they already have and whatever they got from the teacher and they make it better. Kobe won after Shaq with role players. Mm-hmm. Pau Gasol was a good player, but he's not a Hall of Famer. So to the guy that called in and said that Kobe, he was down in Kobe, man, look, Kobe won with a role player team. Ron Artest.
Okay.
Pau Gasol.
Have you ever heard that the master doesn't always show the student everything? He keeps one in the chamber in case he has to beat the student? You ever heard about that?
I heard about it, but Jordan displayed everything on the court. Kobe mimicked it, and Kobe was a better shooter than Jordan.
Kobe got 5 rings.
Kobe
got 5 rings. Jordan got 6. It's all about the rings. It's all it's about.
He did. I can't argue that. He got one more than Kobe, but I still say Kobe is the better player, but that's my opinion.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Thank you for your time, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. All right. Gangs of Love. All right. Hold on a second. Maurizio got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. DJ Tiger from FullBlastRadio.com. FullBlastRadio.com. One of the leading DJs on YouTube. His knowledge, his wisdom, his understanding of the culture, the genre, mixing, cutting, blending. FullBlastRadio.com. He sent me a super chat that has got me fucking heated right now. He says the New York Knicks have now won 9 in a row. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Can we get a confirmation, troll babies? Hold on a second. If that's true, I'm shutting this goddamn show down. God. New York Knicks. 9 games in a row. I got to take a break if that's true. And I'm, oh, Jesus, 9 in a row. 4 hours ago. They beat the Boston Celtics. Oh, my God. Hang on. I got to take a peek at Knicks Fan TV. Hold on a second. Hold on. I know they're over there celebrating. Oh, he's got 52 people waiting. Salute to CP and Knicks Fan TV. He calls into the show from time to time, folks, in case you don't know. DJ Tiger, thank you for your support, man. I'm really fucking heated right now. Hold on a second. On the screen, guys, let me promote one of my sponsors, www.blackbodyworks.com. I say again, www.blackbodyworks.com. Make sure you say the Star Report sent you, okay? A Bountiful Soul. Hey, Janet. Are you calling in? She says, why admit to having a real gun? ? That's the part. Okay, so he could say it's a fake gun. He already released a statement saying he was taking time off, accepting responsibility, so it's kind of hard now to say, well, it was a fake gun. He should have said that at first, but thank you for your donation, Janet. Brock, I got your donation. Star is a millionaire, and he carries a gun. Yeah, it's because of the line of work that I'm in. I've carried a gun for decades. I deal with savages, you know. My life's in danger. I'm threatened all the time, you know. I don't think Ja Morant, you know, has that type of excuse, but hey. Hold on a second, guys. Mark, got your donation. Mark says, Gangster of Love is a poor tap dancing rat. He says, hey, girl. Darnell, got your donation. Did Ja have the stripper's gun? Ooh, that's a good point. Now, earlier I said he may have had a female meet him at the club and bring the gun to him. You know, a lot of these guys have different girls in different states. Yeah, I'm coming to the club, shorty. Bring that thing with me. I couldn't bring it on the plane. You know what it is. Niggas is jealous. Niggas be hating. But Darnell says it may have been the stripper's gun. Good point. Good point. Hold on a second. 332, good evening. Are you up to speed? Ja Morant, under investigation by the Colorado police.
Yeah, I'm up to speed. I honestly don't think it's real.
Okay.
And reason being, Memphis, they never had a star like this before.
Okay.
No pun intended.
Okay.
They've been. It's hard to get good stars out there. They got one now. This notoriety he's getting will bring him and that organization to a next tier, and it'll pay dividends going forward. Short term loss for whatever you got to go through. But again, it's funny that somebody just said it. That didn't even look like a real gun to me.
Okay.
But I'm no expert on that. But and I don't believe anything I see, especially from the top 4 sports. So just a thought, a random thought. You know, just something different from what we all hearing. Mm-hmm. Just wanted to.
A publicity stunt is what you're saying, yes? It's
of
PR
course.
Stunt. Come on.
Of course.
Come on.
Yeah. We're in the age where life imitates art. Like, just do it. Create the narrative. It's just better for the bottom dollar.
Okay.
Makes more business sense to do that, especially at a small market like Memphis. They could for the past, and an FBJ he's not on right now, but for the past decade, that Memphis organization, their best players were just nobodies.
Right.
Pau Gasol's younger brother and Mike Conley, they couldn't get anyone there. They got someone there organically through the draft, and he just got that buzz around him. They got to do these things to expand it some more.
Yeah.
It's genius.
I had to Google this guy because I've seen him play, but I never really paid attention. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do a little digging. And like you just said, now Memphis Grizzlies, pop it. Go ahead.
It's the market. That's the reason why you got to Google him, is because he's playing for a team that doesn't get too much exposure.
Right.
That's why he got it. He has to wear the grills. That's why, they're comparing his dad, saying he look like Usher. They just got to create a buzz. Like, it's I hate to say, again, I'm a fan of him. I like the way he plays, but this is where he's teetering right now. Like he's made a choice.
How good is he? Hang on a second. How good is he? Because I didn't get time today to watch too many highlights of him. I saw the news, but how good is he?
He's legit.
Okay.
Again, he's again, like he's the motivation that he plays with, the grit that he plays with. It's again, just look at his numbers. His numbers literally don't lie. He's taken this team that was nobody's before he got there, and they're true contenders in the West. That's saying a lot.
Okay. How long is his contract? I don't know.
Again, you're gonna have to call me out on that one. I honestly don't know, but he might still be. His rookie contract probably ended. So again, he's just in the first couple of years of his, the big one after that.
Okay.
But again, this could equate to more, just more riches. Just for the buzz that this creates around the city, the organization, and himself.
Okay.
If this is handled a certain type of way, again, who knows? Again, it was in a state just like you pointed out that might technically be legal what he did. So, it just all the things are in place for him to kind of get away with this.
Right.
Besides the tarnished image, and again, it could lead to bigger things. That's
Okay.
it. Again, I have no proof.
Okay.
This is just a theory.
Just a theory. Thank you, man. I
That's
appreciate
it.
the call. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, sir. All right. PR stunt. What do you think, folks? The hands behind the PR stunt. Guys, on the screen, the Amiri Brown Show. He called in last week, gave great perspective. Please go check him out on YouTube. Tell him I sent you. The Amiri Brown Show, okay? Miguel, I got your donation. Went to school with T. Morant. Okay. And R. Allen, Summer Life. Okay, are you calling in, Miguel, or are you just throwing that in? I thank you for your donation. Miguel, all right? Hey, Miss Ruth, got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. She says, good show tonight, Star. Thank you. Lucchini, where's Lucchini? Here's a guy I want to get his insight on this. Good evening, sir. Good to hear from you, Lucchini. How are you, man?
I'm good. About you?
I'm good, man. Ja Morant. What do you make of this guy? Up on the gram, flashing the blicky.
Yes, sir.
Don't play me too close, cause y'all niggas can get a slug in the mug. What do you think? Lucchini, come on.
I don't have an issue.
Your phone is going in and out. Lucchini, your phone is in and out. I want to hear you, sir. I want to hear what you're saying. Give me a second.
But I think this is a problem of being responsible.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Most people have an employer or partners or somebody that you work with.
Mm-hmm.
Ja Morant, in his case, his employer is the NBA and the Grizzlies, right? So he has to abide by certain rules and regulations. That way he can get paid, right? That way his employer can know that he understands and upholds the requirements of his contract. And I think that for most professionals, I think in the regular world, if you make 150, 200,000, or you are athlete, you are gonna be held to higher standards, right? So in his case, he took some time off or maybe got suspended for a reason. He made a mistake. He clearly made a mistake, and he kind of been out of control since last summer. And I think that this is just a reality check. He should be suspended. Honestly, I think he should be suspended until the playoff starts to teach him a lesson and to teach anyone else a lesson, because at the end of the day, Gilbert Arenas got suspended for the rest of the season or something, right?
If I remember correctly,
for
yes.
doing similar things.
Mm-hmm.
For doing similar things. He brought a gun on company property, right? He violated the moral rules of the NBA and so on and so forth. In the case of Ja Morant, it should be similar. I'm sorry. He should be suspended for an extended period of time. Not because he had a gun, but because he was irresponsible with his gun or somebody's gun, a gun.
I want to jump in here for a second, Lucchini, because a corporation cannot have core values. A corporation cannot have core values. A moral clause or a stipulation in a contract is a very gray area in most contracts. I've signed contracts where the language is always very muddy. Sometimes you have these moral clauses and stipulations. If you get arrested, they want the right to fire you. And then you can say, well, no, I can get arrested, but if I get convicted, then you can fire me, and then I can get the rest of the money on my contract, or I will agree not to be paid. But corporations cannot have core values. It's a corporation. It's a faceless monster. It has a board, advisors, and things of that nature. If it's a public company, if it's a private company, then the moral language is a lot more precise. He made a mistake.
100%.
I don't know if he made a mistake. We'll find out if the police issue some type of arrest a warrant for his arrest. Then we'll know if he made a mistake or not. Right now, he just may have done something kind of, silly. And I don't necessarily think that he should be fined, should walk the plank. We see too much of that. And that's one of the things I don't like about the NBA. They want the players to allow so much fucking abuse from the fans. I mean, the shit that comes, including me, I've said some dumb shit at basketball games. I got thrown out of Madison Square Garden. The players, the fans, I don't like the fact that they can just say shit. They can sit that close to a goddamn player, say some really insane, stupid shit, and there's very not a lot of repercussions for them. Go ahead.
I kind of agree with you, Star, but I have to say this. I don't think that the NBA is a public entity. I think it's a private organization, for one. For two, I would say that what you said makes sense, right? The fans, the players have to take so much crap from the fans and so on and so forth. But what I have to say about that is life ain't fair, Star, right? There is no difference in my mind from the carpenter that's a union carpenter that get fired or laid off because he failed the weed test, right? Because, as we know, marijuana is legal in certain states, and people partake in their private lives. But your employer has the right to drug test you. And if you fail, they have the option to terminate you immediately, especially when you're a union worker in certain states.
Okay. I was reading.
And the NBA has a union for a reason.
Go ahead.
And the NBA has a union for a reason. And that is why people like Ja Morant, it's important to suspend them.
Okay.
Because they set the tone for the next negotiation between the NBA Players Union and the NBA. They set the tone. It's not always the players that do the right thing,
right.
but it's the players that do the wrong thing that mess it up for everybody else coming behind them.
Got you.
That's all I got to say.
Good to talk to you, Lucchini. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you.
Peace. Thank you.
Lucchini tapping in. Guys, I'm going to take a break, and we're going to continue talking. Let me get Deed's banner ready. Please support Deeds by making a small donation. She keeps the machine running, does a lot of work throughout the day. Deeds and I are on the phone back and forth every day. And she lets you guys talk crazy in that live chat. She doesn't like to block people unless you're spamming. This is who you thank for letting you talk crazy in that live chat. I'll be right back. Okay, back in the building. On the screen, www.easybladeshavingproducts.com. It's one of my sponsors. Please go there. Tell them I sent you, okay? All right, so we're going to continue talking about Ja Morant from the Memphis Grizzlies. Suspended for right now, and the police are conducting an investigation in Colorado to see if he broke any laws. Highly decorated basketball player. Makes a lot of money, originally from South Carolina. And he's already issued an apology saying he's taken some time off. Two-time NBA All-Star, All-NBA second team, NBA Most Improved, NBA Rookie of the Year, in case you don't know, and a lot of other awards. NCAA Season Assist Leader, 2019. Is he a knucklehead? Maybe, maybe it's not the people around him. Maybe he's the problem. Has anybody said, hey, it's him. He's the problem. Too much too soon. That's a possibility. North Tampa got your donation. 15th Street, North Tampa, checking in. Thank you for your support. Mark J. got your donation. Africans can only give advice on scams, not Morant. Let's bring a couple of calls in. Let's go to area code 727. Good evening. Talking about a few topics. Also, Chris Rock has finally addressed getting smacked by Will Smith. Are you up to speed? 727. 727.
Yes, how you doing?
How are you, sir?
Yes, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. There you go. What's cracking?
Yes. This is Dave calling out of Florida.
Okay.
As far as the Jay Morant, I actually agree with you. You're dealing with basically a kid who is part of the, the society with the internet and things of that nature. So they have a different rearing as far as someone, like myself, I'm 56. Mm-hmm. They have a different rearing than what we have. They have the internet and they have that peer pressure from the internet. So I don't think he should be suspended. I don't think he should go through any, any kind of harm because of that. I think they can sit down and speak with him and let him know, look, this is not what we want. This is not good for the team. Mm-hmm. And maybe like the other caller said, it could be some kind of, ploy to get some more media attention onto the team. We don't know that. You know?
I don't think that's what it is, but I let the guy speak. But go ahead, you were saying? Go ahead.
And then the other caller had called in reference to Alec Murdaugh. And he said that when are they actually going to be told to apologize for what they're doing? Now, the situation with him and killing his wife and the son is that family goes back for 100 years in South Carolina.
Okay.
The DA, I won't mention her name, but I know her personally.
Okay.
The DA for South Carolina. The thing is, as far as with the dog, what happened is that when the officers went to the house, there was like some wet spots, and the dog had followed the truck. Mm. So this is what was going on as far as that case. But
so hang on. So did the dog break the case in some way?
Well, everything so far is basically circumstantial evidence.
Okay.
Basically they didn't have any concrete evidence.
Okay.
So everything was circumstantial. It's just that the prosecuting attorney, he did such a good job in closing that basically they took 3 hours basically to decide that he was guilty. And this is how he was able to get the 2 life terms. Mm-hmm. And the judge didn't charge him on the possession because he already was serving the 2 life terms.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I wasn't that interested. I kind of assumed he killed his family. There are certain cultural pattern behaviors You know, and I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I mean, at the same time, I'm not going to play Sherlock Holmes unless it's something that, you know, changes the way we think in society, or if we have to react because of the actions that took place. But, you know, a white guy killing his family is not that, it's not that far-fetched.
It's not that unusual.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with him, he was dealing with an opioid addiction for years, over 20 years. Yeah, he was dealing with an opioid addiction, and then his son had actually killed someone in a boat accident. So there were actually 3 days from when he killed his son. 3 days after that, his son was supposed to go to court on charges of because
what was his son's name and how old was he? What was his son's name and how old was he?
I don't remember the name of the son. I was watching it on the news there, but I don't remember the name of the son. But I know the oldest son that's still alive. He's 26.
Okay.
And I think the other son was 17. Yeah.
Okay. So was he a minor or was he of age?
The one that tested.
When he killed.
Was he a minor?
Yeah. Was he of age in that state? I didn't do the research.
Actually, you know, he was 16. The one who died was 16. And the one who testified, he was 26.
Yeah. That's horrible, killing your own your own child. No matter, you know, what the reason is, you know, but again, there are certain cultures who you know, do certain things, and it's a behavioral pattern, you know, and I just wasn't interested in the story, to be honest with you. Sometimes, you know, I want to address a topic, you know, it's kind of lighthearted and fun, but over the years, I've gotten tired of, you know, people killing their kids, killing the wife, burying the body in a shallow grave. Is some goddamn Puerto Rican in Jersey City, I think, killed his wife. I think she had 2 or 3 kids. A goddamn kindergarten teacher. So anyway, but go ahead and finish up. I didn't want to dig too deep. But go ahead, you have the floor.
Now, the thing as far as him killing the son and the wife, the problem with that is he really had no reason to do it. See, this was the thing that really threw me for a loop. Now, we have situations where people are going through divorce court or child support and things of that nature. And, you know, I can understand where they basically transition over that line. But for him, I mean...
Can I ask, what is your background, sir? What is your ethnicity? What are you?
Yeah, I'm actually from Barbados, but way of England. Okay. And, way of England. Okay.
You're melanated.
So,
you're
Canada.
You're melanated. And how old are you? You're melanated. And how old are you? How old are you?
Oh, 56. 56.
Okay.
I was born in 67.
Well, listen. You should know, like I know, a lot of times white people kill because they're white. I'm white, and I know what's right, and it's time for you to die. It can be that simple. There doesn't have to be a great transgression. You know? I've decided it's time for you to die, and yes, I'm going to extinguish your flame. You're 56. You've seen shit like I've seen shit. White people just do it like that sometimes.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. While in New York, I was a first responder for the fire department. Well, first it was EMS. Yeah. And then they merged into the fire department. But I saw a lot while I was there. Things I can't speak of, but I've seen a lot. You know, and you know, it is. But you're correct. It's entitlement. It's a form of entitlement. And what I noticed is that if I meet someone, I would say, hello, how you doing? And that's pretty much it. I keep going. But other folk would want to know what you do, how you do it, how long you've been doing it, you know, and basically try to pick your brain as opposed to just saying, hello, how you doing, and keep it moving. See, so
I'm a low budget. Hang on a second. I'm a low budget sociologist, but if you ask me, white people are more morbid. Caucasians are more morbid. They have no problem killing. That's why they created bombs to kill millions. Black, or people that are more melanated can be more brutal, more vicious. But white people are more morbid. I'll let you finish up, in my opinion. Go ahead.
And well, if you go to the historicity of things that's been done, yes, history shows that this is indeed the case.
Yeah.
And there was a commercial, I think you had spoke about it before, where the Caucasian mom said to the little child, "If you ever get lost, find a big black man.
Find a black person. Find a black person and cry, I need help."
Right, because that person is going to take care of you, and they're not going to abuse you sexually or whatever. They're going to actually look to get you out.
I will protect you. You're white. I will protect you from the harsh, cold, dark world. I will do anything I can within my power. I will kill a nigga to protect you. You have baby blue eyes and blonde hair. I'll kill a nigga over you.
Oh man, bless you, Star.
Bless you, sir.
Man.
Bless you. Have a good night. And thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Blessings.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you as well. Yes, sir. Yeah. That's why you have black security guards. They will tackle another black person and fight you. How dare you steal something up out of here? Fuck wrong with you? But if it's a white person, they will try and get in their way and stop them. Please put it back. Please, I'm going to call the police. Please, right? Troll babies. Hold on a second. Did I promote Spirit? Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. Lex Diamond's got your donations, sir. Thank you for tapping in via Cash App. Salute fam, supporting the machine. Thank you very much. Hey, man, are you calling in? Hey, so I saw that and thought you might want to have a look. Check out Miami is in here. Hold on a second. That's one of my sponsors. Are you calling in? I keep your everything for you close by. Let me get his information while I bring another call. Hang on a second. Area code 210. Are you there? Good evening, 210. Talking about...
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Ja Morant. Yes, how are you?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Ja Morant. On your last topic, though, about white people, you're 100% right.
Oh.
We call it WPS, white people-ish.
Are you yourself Caucasian?
No, I'm African American.
Okay, go ahead. You were saying? Go ahead.
Yeah. But I wanted to talk about the Ja Morant situation.
Yeah, please.
Because, it's really, really unfortunate to see that happen to somebody. But the NBA is going to give him another chance. A week before the strip club incident, ESPN didn't run a single story about it. So I think, ESPN didn't run a single story about it. So I think the NBA is trying to protect him to an extent and give him another chance, because after Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, he will probably be the best U.S.-born NBA player in the face franchise.
Okay.
So with that said, he will be back again. They wanted to clean up his act. But on Fox News, I saw somebody indicate that their league sources say that the media has it wrong about Ja. They're saying that he's not pretending to be hard. They're saying he's an active gang member. I don't know how true that is. And I think it Baylor said it, so I don't really put
right.
I don't really put but
now hang on. Where are you getting this from? Where are you getting this from? That he's an active gang member? Can you give us a source?
It was I don't know what the Skip and Shannon show is called. I think it's called Undisputed on Fox. He actually said it on Undisputed.
Undisputed?
Yeah, on Fox News.
Okay.
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
I think it was maybe or yesterday.
Okay.
But he said that his indicate the media has it wrong, and he's an active gang member. Skip followed up by saying he's seen him throw a crit line at least 2 or 3 times, and Shannon Sharp concurred on that as well.
Well, now, hang on a second, sir. Are you sure? Because I listened to them today as I was driving, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. I didn't hear them say, hang on. I did not hear them say he's an active gang member. I mean, unless they said that somewhere and I missed it. You're sure of this? Can you send me a link?
100%.
You 100% sure?
100%. I can send you a link. I think I may have seen the clip on either Twitter or YouTube, but it was either today or yesterday.
Okay.
But I'll put a link on that. But with John Morant, I mean, we're talking about the first NCAA player in history to average 20 points, 10 assists a single season, second-round pick, rookie of the year, 2-time All-Star.
Mm-hmm.
And my question to you is, with your experience with record labels and music research and you guys researching how the music affects the kids and children and how you guys get them to buy albums and things like that, do you think that the music is affecting Ja's behavior? That's my question to you.
Absolutely not, no. Art imitates life. There's a cultural problem in America that has been around long before hip-hop, rap music. You know, that there's a problem here in America. And you know, we have these sanctuary cities now as well, where we're letting different people come in, and they have their own cultural ways, I'll just say, about them from other places. And we have a lot of acts of violence that have nothing to do with music. So no, I don't blame the music at all. The music is a vehicle for the bullshit for the most part, you know, but I don't blame the music. Okay. Now with regard to any punishment that may come to him, I mean, I'm African American, and I love to see a player-driven league, which I think the commissioner, Adam Silver, has steered the league the last couple of years since he's taken. However, the Pacer incident, where they're indicating his entourage pointed a red sight at the Pacer. I think that was that head of security, but I think that was already dismissed or something. He wasn't necessarily
already.
He wasn't connected to that. Go ahead.
Brought it over the rug. They said they banned the friend for the rest of the season, I think, to attend and things like that. But that was kind of, if you ask me, with this situation now with the gun, because they traveled on the team plane to get to Colorado, and he'd have to put the gun on a friend or snitch on a friend to say the gun wasn't mine, because if it is, then you carried it on the plane on the way there to the game.
Right. Yeah.
I'm okay with a hefty suspension for him. I mean, he'll be back. They want him to be the face of the league, so I'm okay with the hefty suspension.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to wait and see what the police come up with. The gun may have belonged to a female, a stripper. So, as someone pointed out earlier, the gun may have been someone else's gun, and he could have been like, you know, juiced up on some yak and flashing a gun, just being a goofy kid, you know, just a young 23-year-old goofy. You know, when I was his age, I was out there doing all sorts of crazy shit. I mean, allegedly, I was running around with a DEA jacket and a walkie-talkie up in the projects. I thought I was Kojak and Beretta, you know, allegedly. So I'm gonna wait until they come back and see if there's if a crime was committed, you know, and see where they're gonna go any further. If not, then let's just all, you know, sweep this under the rug and get back to business. I don't want to see this guy broken in half at 23. It's bullshit. But go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I understand. I'm gonna follow up on your point, because I thought the same thing you thought too. Well, somebody at the strip club can, take onus on it.
Yeah.
However, when those events
Bitches carry guns. You got more bitches in the Atlanta metro area carry guns than niggas. I don't argue with no bitch in the streets out here. If a bitch even gets to wolfing and barking, and I pull it out, I got a blaster. I don't trust him. Blasting, bitch.
Well, I'm thinking I had your same sentiments and thoughts at first too, but I'm starting to think now that I don't know what department or how high it's going with the Colorado police or whatever, but I'm thinking they come to investigate. I mean, that establishment wants to keep their liquor license.
Yeah.
And if they're serving to Ja, the investigators want to know, were you serving to him? And also, was that somebody in your establishment's gun? And are you guys letting patrons hold guns while you're serving them liquor? I think they rat them out. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate the call and the donation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem. Thank
you.
Sir. We'll see you.
All right. Okay. Promoting my sponsors on the screen. Hang on a second, guys. Where is Mr. Skylar Saunders' banner? Pow. Folks, please make sure you go check out Skylar Saunders' platforms. Tell him I sent you. And let me just put some of these other banners away. Smartland buyers, I got your email. Hey, Star, I saw this and thought you may want to have a look. LOL. Check out Mammy incident here in D.C. What happened? Hold on. What's going on with Mammy in D.C.? Okay. Oh, that's okay. I'll check that out later. Okay, she hit the camera. What's going on? Assaulted baseball bag. Okay, I'll check that out later. Thank you very much. Hey, you know what I did want to mention to you guys? This Crocs epidemic. The Crocs epidemic. I will never in my life wear a fucking pair of Crocs. I think that's goofy. I wouldn't wear Crocs, but I saw somebody, and I'm not going to call his name because I don't want people thinking it's personal, like I got an issue with the guy, but I saw somebody wearing a pair of Crocs. Oh, this nigga talks that boss talk. Can you guys guess? I'm not going to say his name. A pair of white plastic Crocs. Nigga had on a pink bathrobe. I said, look at this shit right here. Nope, nobody's guessing. I'm going to keep it pushing. Nope. Oh, it's lit in the chat. It's lit. He got it. Yeah. What the fuck? Chance, I got your donation. Good to talk to you, Chance. Okay, Vivid Visual Films. Yeah, did you see him? Oh. I don't even know what to say. Troll Father got your donation. Lucani drinks Guinness. Typical with his antelope meat. Shit. Big Eye Key. What is it? Hold on. It's a Big Eye Key. Chris Rock's stand-up was on point, but that don't... Okay, I read that one. Pardon me. Oh, yeah, that little Mexican is lying. He told Uber he was drunk. He ain't feel comfortable because he knew what he was about to do beforehand. Okay. You talking about the guy that called him? He did mad jobs, and he knows the time it takes for them to alert him. The driver wanted to fuck him up, but he stayed in the witness camera view. Okay. Yeah, that's a big thing from what I hear. People getting in the Uber and either halfway there or right before they get to the destination, they cancel the ride. And if the Uber driver doesn't catch it, then it's a free ride. Yes? No? Yeah, listen, I'm not mad at nobody who wears Crocs. You guys you're different. I get it. I could never, ever wear a fucking pair of Crocs. Not in public, not in private. Fuck out of here. Now, as far as the guy who I saw wearing the Crocs, you know, why doesn't he have some fly shit? You know, some Prada slippers that men wear in the house, you know? Oh, man, let me leave it alone. I don't know. Judah got your donation. Accept my offering, Deacon Star. Thank you, Judah, for your support, sir. Terrell got your donation. Are you on the line? I think we spoke. Yes, 210. We spoke, sir. Thank you for your support. Lex Diamonds. Ja was on shot97.com, which made him show his gun. Speaking of shot97.com, the brand is actually S97. We're just using shot97.com for now. We're going to have some station IDs and promos later on in the week, and we're going to start moving the sweepers out every 4 songs. I wanted them to purposely be after every 2 songs for the soft launch so you guys could hear the context. And again, we're going to be adding things to the platform as the week goes on, all right? And then the official launch will be sometime next week. But thank you for listening. I've been getting some great feedback, and we're going to be adding more music in the next couple of days, all right? Terrence got your donation. Josh should tell the league he's a sovereign citizen. Oh, shit. If he does that, it'll be over for him. Let me bring in one more call here. Area code 347, you are my last call. Are you there? 347. Talking about Ja Morant.
Yes, sir. Big homie.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, Star? How you doing?
Yes, sir. Where do you want to start?
I want to say about to talk about Ja Morant.
Okay.
I think the last couple of callers was kind of bugging out. I think they don't understand the pressures of a young black man in this era. You know what I mean? With all that money,
right.
You know if people sending them all types of threats on Instagram,
right.
And we going to take it. You know how these people play the trolls and all that.
Yeah.
So I think it was a bad decision, but I just think that people don't have the understanding where his mindset could be at.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you so far. No. Continue.
I mean, average nigga with 100,000 got a gun right next to it. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So imagine nigga with millions of dollars and his face is on, you know what I'm saying? His face is everywhere, and everybody got some type of access to him through his phone to send him some type of threats or just to fuck with him. I mean, it might throw you off a little bit while you might need to feel like you need to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And I just want to say,
sir, I grew up on the water boys out here in the Atlanta Metro. I grew up on the water boys when they start walking towards the goddamn the window. The fuck?
And I just want to say it's a lot of self-hate out there because as soon as a black man got a gun, he's a threat to the whole world.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As soon as a black man got a gun, he ain't pointed at nobody, Star.
Right.
He ain't pointed at nobody. He threatened nobody.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it was the brightest decision to do, but the reaction that I see other black people give him, like throw him under the jail.
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Yeah.
It just makes me aware of all the self-hate we still have out here, and I appreciate your show for showing that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
One.
Take care. Right. Yeah, he had a gun up on the gram. So what? Colorado, huh? White people do all sorts of crazy shit on goddamn YouTube, and it's no big deal. Salute to Gangsta of Love. He's a nigga. I don't like it. But he spent Skrilla. Salute to Gangsta of Love. All right, guys, I want you to please pay attention to one of my new sponsors. Hold on a second. They've got some great things going on. Songsthatwork.info. You can get a consultation, anything to do with music, publishing, sync licensing, all right? Streaming. Ask for Kia. Tell Kia Star sent you. Again, songsthatwork.info. If you're a producer, a manager, an artist, This is a really great platform to know about, to be involved with, and you will see some long-term benefits, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.
You out this world, need some space for me. I'm out here, girl. I'm back up in the street, so I don't really got time to fuss and fight no more with you. Really got time to fuss and fight no more. Why you tripping, baby? You know you invited. Acting like you know what's up, but you ain't psychic. Told you nothing going down, but you ain't like it. I told you nothing going down when you excited. So if you want a song, go and get the wine. Show me the money, get the money, let's go down, down. Make it up, when we make it all, make it up, make it up, make it up, then we make it all back, then we. You out this world, need some space for me. I'm out here, girl.